Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl Becky coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do What Are People Saying About Your Success? This was a channeled message to me during my meditation, and so I knew I had to come and do this today. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that is here supporting this channel, that has joined me for this journey. I'm just truly honored to have you here, and I'm so blessed. And I just want to say thank you. And if you are new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all human, as you are in this here now here moment as your most authentic self. And if any of you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box down below. You will find all the links necessary to send me an email to get a personal reading where I will send you out scheduling options as well as further information. And also to follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, cool hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. So today I am introducing a new deck of oracle cards. These are extremely unique. I came across these and I knew that I had to get them. The interesting thing about it is that after I pulled them out of the box, on the bottom we did have the success card, which is so significant to this. But these are, if you guys can see, they're absolutely gorgeous. They're shiny. They're black. They're called the Talisman Oracle, and I've been working with these for a little while for myself, and they're just so unique, you know, very, very, very unique. So there are insignias on here that when we get to your reading, if you wait until the end when we pull these out, because you guys know I always do the ones at the very end, you can absolutely copy that insignia and draw it on, you know, a piece of paper, carry it with you in your wallet, whatever, if you would like. But we will get there when we get there. So we're going to bring these out. I just thought I'd mention that. First and foremost, though, let us go ahead and get into our prayer and get our incense burning. Today we have fresh bamboo. All right. So my beloved sources, prayers for any and all who come onto this video. Today we're talking about our success, and sometimes we end up getting in our own way because we fear of what others are thinking of us, or what others may say of that which we are doing, or even we're afraid of our own true potential. And so today I ask that you clear those boundaries from us, clear those worries and those concerns, and help remind us that we are the way. We are the light showers, that if we succeed, it allows others to succeed. And success is not the same for everyone. And understanding that whatever success is to each one person is meant to be exactly as it is. And that each and every one of us are deserving of that success. And that you are walking with us on that journey, and that you are guiding us through the darkness. We run into so much jealousy and hurt and pain that gets projected back out onto us, and that becomes a barrier or block for our own journey, or we end up carrying it as a burden as though we've done something wrong. And today I ask you, cleanse our hearts from this. Cleanse our hearts from anything that is low vibrational, from anything that is negative, from anything that is not ours to carry. And send that energy back into the world for something conducive to the positive journey. I ask that you give us courage. I ask that you grant us love. I ask that you open our hearts and our paths so that we may see, not only with our third eye, but with our physical eye as well, what is right for us. And should we follow that path with the least resistance possible. As these words are spoken unto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me go ahead and get this set up over here. Pardon my reach. All right. Put that over there a little bit. Blow off the ash we got on the table. Okay. So let me open the window a little bit. Oh, there's a fly. All right. Bye, fly. Cool. I don't know how the flies get in the screens, but we're just going to go with it. Sorry about my dog. I don't know what she's barking at. I don't even think she knows what she's barking at. She's just woofing to woof. Angel, no. Thank you, Zoe. That's a good girl, Zoe. No. Lay down. Thank you. Alright, let's give these a souffle. The only thing is these cards are very slippery. So if you don't like slippery cards, but I don't really care. Sometimes you get really slippery cards. So they can't all be the same way each time and every time. Plus everybody likes different types. But okay, source, for pile number 1, what oracle card is going to help us understand further what people are saying about pile number 1's success? What oracle card is going to help us understand better what people are saying about pile number 1's success? Just one more. One. Okay. This is way too many. Way too many. Oh, okay. I guess they want this one. All right. We'll take it. I don't know what it is, but we'll take it. Okay, for pile number 2, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what people are saying about pile number 2's success? One card, please. Okay. They want the top one. And for pile number 3, source, what oracle card will help us understand better what people are saying about pile number 3's success? Thank you. On the bottom, we do have intuition. Okay, just so you guys can see that. Set this over here, put these over here, and get these set up. Okay, so I have something different to choose from now if I can pick it up. For pile number 1, we do have this, I think this is Jackson. Let me see. Yeah. Andrew Jackson coin. It's a $1 coin for you to choose from. Kind of all grubby. Just thought these were cool. Okay. For pile number 2, we have this cute VW bug in the mountains. This orange VW bug. It's a keychain. Can't remember. Okay, and for pile 3, we have a Susan B. Anthony $1 quarter, or well, it's a $1 coin. What is the year on this? 71, I think. What does it say? 79. Okay. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your perspective pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this Andrew Jackson $1 coin, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is your reading on what are people saying about your success. We'll leave that there and put this over there. Make sure I'm in the frame. Okay, we'll get to that later. First and foremost, these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box where you can email me for a personal reading. I will get you out further information as well as scheduling options, or you guys can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where it's just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I really do hope to see you there. Really quick, because I did forget in the intro to show you guys your I am card today, is I am surrounded by beauty and inspiration. So this would be something great to remind yourself to say today. Just bringing that positivity in. I absolutely love these scratch wisdom and inspiration cards. They're really cool. So let's go ahead and get into your reading and find out. Source, what are people saying about pile number 1's success? What can you tell us? What are people saying about pile number 1's success? What messages would you like to pass on, Source? What are people telling us about pile number 1's success? Okay, so we've got Gemini, we've got North Node, and we've got the first house. Well, they definitely are talking about it, that's for sure. You're saying that you've changed, right? That you are no longer the same person that you used to be, that maybe you communicate a lot different, or you have just completely adapted to your new environment. Like you are fitting it like a glove, right? And especially being on your path of purpose, right? We've got the North Node showing up here. It's like people are saying, wow, like they're doing what they were meant to do. So when people think about your success, they're thinking about how you took direction in your life, how you changed your life, how you went after what it was that you were meant to do. Even the haters, they're like, oh, why do they have to be so good at that? You know, like they're mad about you being good about it. But at the same time, they can't help but respect you because you are so good at what you do. And it's just something that fits along with your identity. It's like there's no separation between your success and your identity, which sounds odd because we're always trying to find that separation, right? We're always trying to make sure that I am is different than what I do. But what you do is just who you are. It's something that comes so second nature to you. You can't help it. It's just something that you, maybe your whole life, you've walked up to people and you've given them advice and you didn't know why you had this advice within you. But now maybe that's what you're doing in your success, is you're giving people advice. Whatever it has to do, it has to do with communication here, especially with Gemini next to North Node. We're talking about being able to teach others, to inspire others, to lift others up. And it's all because of the way that you are. This has to do with your personal outlook on life and how you are in your own life. You know, the first house is all about self, how we view ourselves, our individuality. This is a new beginning for you though, but you're appearing as you are, right? Like you're appearing super authentic. You're appearing as the part. It's because it's true to you. Whatever it is that you've chosen to do, it's very true to you. You're building social networks, right? You're seeing people as they are, and it's allowing you to connect with them even deeper. And there's a funny thing here. It's like you're not coming across as superficial, even though there may be people saying that you are superficial or that you're mischievous. More or less, it's people are seeing you and saying how curious you are about life and how you're building close friendship with people who maybe you've never even known before, like people that you didn't grow up with or people that are very different from you. Like you're building a connection with people in this way. And you have been able to network in a way that others could only dream about, right? And we're talking about following your true north here. People cannot help but talk about how you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. They can't. That's your fate. It's like, oh my gosh, like pile number 1 was fated to become whatever it is that you're becoming, right? So your success, it's hingent upon your North Node. And because of that, it's like people can't help but recognize that you were meant to do this, even if there are haters. And we'll find out more with the cards. But it's just like funny because it's like even your haters can't help but show respect. You know, it's like while they're still hating on you and they're still trying to say things about you, they are in this energy of still having a deep respect for you, realizing that they're not able to do the same things that you can. And that hurts them because, you know, that's what's with haters, why jealousy exists, is because they're seeing in another person what resides within themselves, but they're not brave enough to do the things that you're doing. And so because of your bravery, you're actually embodying it. And that's what people are mentioning. But let's get some tarot out on it and find out some more. Whoa. Okay, cards. Let's be real here. Yeah, okay, so they want me to talk about that. So you have changed. There was a point in your life when you were extremely stagnant. Okay, these are people who have known you for a while. Okay, and I feel like the people who are really giving you praise are people who are benefiting from whatever it is that you're offering, whether that's a product, services, you know, whatever it is that you're offering, they're benefiting from it, and they need you. Like, they want you as a part of their life, and so they appreciate you so much. But there's another group of individuals coming through here that have seen you go from being completely stagnant in life, completely sedentary, to becoming whatever it is that you are now and starting over. And so they're talking about how when you started over, like you found what was good for you. And that's impressive, because most people will just stay in that sedentary lifestyle, and you chose not to. You chose to do something about where you were. So Source, what can you tell us? What are people saying about pile number 1 success? What are people saying about pile number 1 success? Yeah, you become the light. The light of my eye. That's what I keep hearing. The light of my eye. You're definitely influencing quite a bit of people. Source, what can you tell us about what people are saying about pile number 1 success? What are people saying about pile number 1 success? Thank you. What are people saying about pile number 1 success, Source? Okay, this one wants to come out like that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay, so we do have some saying you're very superficial. Like you're only, oh, okay, look. The deck, I'm just going to show you. The deck is splitting. I was trying to straighten it up, and the deck is splitting, so let's look at this. Ooh, okay. So this is who's saying you're superficial. This is family members who are saying you're superficial, okay? Sorry, this is not meant to trigger you, and there will be triggers that come through. But with the deck splitting the way that it did when I was just trying to make it nice so I could set it down, and we have the 8 of Cups coming out, which if you've been with me anytime, you know my 8 of Cups is the family card. Okay, we're talking about close family, like family that you felt happy being around, right? This is family who you thought maybe you could build something with, or maybe thought that you could have some sense of peace and quiet with, but they're out here telling everybody that you're superficial. They're out here saying that you're not actually true to what you're doing, like you're just using other people's habits or other people's things. But see, look, you're becoming successful. That's the jealousy coming through here. I'm just going to take it like this. I want these 2 cards to come through. Wow, we've got a ton coming up. But the truth is that you're building a new emotional well-being for yourself, okay? Wasn't trying to do that, but they want the King of Cups to show, because they're showing that you are somebody who's building a new foundational of emotion. This is like emotional abundance for you, because you're feeling fulfilled. You're feeling good about what you're doing, what you're offering. Oh, this is interesting. If you guys caught one of my earlier readings, I'm getting a similar energy here where it's like maybe your family is trying to send in spies, okay? It's not funny. It's just like this energy of like, wow, are you for real? Like you're going to try and send people to spy on pile 1 because you want to know what they're doing, because they won't share everything that they're doing with you. Well, you have the gift of discernment, or you have the gift of knowing, right? And if you guys saw the shuffle, you saw intuition come out. So you're very well aware of how this person's acting, or how these people are acting. And that's why you're not sharing anything with them. But at one point in time, you did hope that there could be an extended joy that came from this, right? Some sort of happiness that was from this. And you realize it's not going to work out like that. So they're telling people, oh, they're just superficial. This is not really who they are. Like, you don't know them like I know them. But again, we have that energy coming through where people have said that you've completely changed. And so, whereas there's somebody here in the family that's acknowledging that you've changed, they don't think that your change is a real change. This is somebody who doesn't think that people can change because they don't believe that they can change. And that's what's coming through. But they're seeing you become successful by that. And that success, they're saying, is going to your head. They're like, oh, that success is making them superficial. It's making them not be who they are. But reality, what I feel coming through is that your success is giving you leeway to finally be a truer part of yourself, right? So like if you were a gift giver, maybe you weren't able to give gifts before. Now you're able to give gifts. Or like you like to send flowers to people for their birthday because you care about them. Or you like to take people out to dinner. You know, these things, like now your success is allowing you to do more of that. And so it's hurting your family member because they're not able to do the same things that you are. And it's making them look a certain way that they feel, right? It's not actually making them look anyway. They feel like it's rubbing wrong on them. And so they're coming back at you saying, oh, pile one is being superficial. Like that's not who they are. You don't know them like I know them. Like if only you'd met them a year ago or 10 years ago or whatever it is. Yeah. Oh my Lord. Okay. Really? This is what people saying? Okay. So what I was saying is that, okay, we have people who are watching you who are excited about you. This is what I was getting from the dice. Like this feels like people who are benefiting from your product, from your service, whatever it is that you're offering. 1 second. I do need a drink of water. I wasn't trying to be all loud. Okay. And then you have people, so this could be the family members coming in talking about your superficiality. And honestly, like, look, this is coming through here that you're a sex fiend, okay? When you have the Lovers in the reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse, this points to player, non-player. This is someone who does nothing but goes out and romps around in the sheets with multiple people, being super promiscuous, being like unsafe about themselves and being their own worst enemy here with the Ace of Wands in the center here. Quickly, I want to say we are looking at other people's version of you through their rose-colored glasses. This is not the truth of who you are. Okay, like I said, I do feel like you are building an emotional, stable home for yourself within your body. You're coming into a place of inner balance and equanimity. And because of that, it's just rubbing wrong on people who may have noticed you having certain patterns or behaviors from before. And so they're relying on those patterns to be a way for them to gain clarity or clout with others, okay? This is somebody who's very jealous, though. This could be an ex-lover. This could be a past lover that's coming through here. Whatever it is, though, there's somebody in your energy or somebody around your success saying, oh, you only got there because of you sleeping with the boss or you having sex or because you're getting following from people you used to sleep with. Like you slept with that many people. Like, what are people thinking? And even if you have, like, who gives a rat's patoot? I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Like, your past is your past. It does not define who you are. And sometimes people just really be crazy like that. They be like painting this picture of you being like some, you know, I'm just going to say it, like in the what is it, the corridos, I think is what they're called. But it's like when they talk about the drug dealers, like if you've ever seen like about the drug dealers and how they're always like doing everything for, you know, sex and women and power and all that stuff. And that's the type of energy that they're saying here. But then you have two groups, and I think it's funny how Source split this up. The die is showing here where it's like people who are benefiting from you doing whatever you're doing. They're mentioning how you've grown just in a short time or in a long time through doing this. And they're saying that, oh my gosh, like you're doing what you're meant to be doing. And then there's some other people who are coming back. Again, this could be family, but it could also be just people in your past who are coming back saying, oh, they don't know what they're doing. They're only getting there because they're sleeping with people. Or they're only getting that because they're being promiscuous, or because people that they're hoodwinking to follow them. And that's not what you're doing at all. That is not, like Source showing here, like you're becoming very, very independent. You're letting go of illusions. You're letting go of the hurt and the pain from the past. Like even with this, it may trigger you to some extent, but I do feel like there's even more growth that's going to come just from that trigger. Like you're going to be like, okay, cool. Like that's confirmation for how I was feeling. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it sucks. Yes, I don't want that to be the truth, but now we see that that's the truth and I'm going to move on from it. Okay, like you're very much emotionally detached from what others are saying about you, which is a beautiful energy. That is a beautiful energy to have here. But let's get some more on it. Let me grab some clarifiers here. Okay, give these a shuffle. Yeah, this is something that used to really haunt you in the past. This is something that really hurt. But now it's just like, if people really think that about me, then let them. You know, I do feel like that's what it is. But we do have these action cards with the wands coming out, right? It's like you have the Ace of Wands with the Page of Wands. We have heavy Gemini energy here. So this could be a Gemini who's saying this. It could also be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius who is saying this, trying to spread some just bunk rumors about you. Bunk rumors. Right? And just, it's just a lot, right? It's just a lot. And I feel like that's a thing. It's almost like, why are you treating me like this? Or why do you have these things to say about me? Well, it's because this person's jealous about how far you've come. Like, this could have been a patriarch or a matriarch in the family. Like, someone who felt like they had the backing of life. You know what I mean? Like people who are older sometimes go through this, where when a younger person outdoes them in life, that they all of a sudden have a huge issue with it. They're like, oh my gosh, like, and they don't have anything good to say about your success because your success outdoes what they did. And instead of celebrating that like it should be, right? We should want our kids to do better than us, because we wanted to do better than our parents, right? And our parents wanted to do better than our grandparents, and so on and so forth. But sometimes what happens is you get so hurt and emotionally distraught in life that you become connected to this idea of your own success, even if your success is minimal, right? It could just be as simple as, oh my gosh, they bought a house, and that was a huge deal within the family, right? And this is just the example that they're giving me here. It's like, oh, okay, they bought a house, and that was a big thing, and now you not only bought a house, you bought maybe a vacation home, or you're like going to the Hamptons, or you get to go on cruises every year, or you get to travel a lot, and you bought your own car, and you have like 3 cars. You can drive whatever one you want. And you know what I mean? Like you outdid what they did because you had more resources and more patience with your journey than they did. Because it's almost like their goal was a house and that was it. Once they hit their goal, they never made a new goal for themselves. But it's almost like you keep making new goals for yourself. Like when I hit this goal, okay, this is the new goal, which is how it should be. Right? But some people aren't like that. They don't see it that way. It's like once they've reached one goal, that's it. They did everything that they were going to do in life. Look, we have the 2 of Cups on the bottom here. Yeah, people are talking about how giving you are. And it's like, I feel like you give a lot. I feel like that's how you are networking. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Like maybe now you have the ability to give gifts to others. And that's what they're talking about here, how giving you are. But then you have this other person here. This like feels like one person who is very angry about you. But you've already gained your equilibrium. You've already balanced out your energy from this hardship. And you've overcome that negativity, right? Like you're like, I'm going to say it again. It came out, and if you pick the other pile from my other reading, then you know who you are. But if not, that's okay, because this totally fits here too. But that negativity is eating you alive, Ming. Like that's exactly what this is. It's like this is someone who cannot get over how bright you shine. They can't. They cannot get over it. They're just like, ah. Okay? But most people are talking about how loving you are, how kind you are, how compassionate you are. What do we have here? Look at this. I cannot. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the King of Coins. Amen. I knew this was going to come out. That's what I was saying. This used to eat you alive. This used to just, And it's something that happened in childhood here with the Six of Swords coming through here. This depiction of being put into an early grave. Whoever this is feels like they have leadership in your life, okay? Even though they don't. But see, now you're coming up into this King of Coins position where you have the ability to take care of yourself. And they just want you to go back to this helpless child. They want you to go back to this helpless being. And it's not going to work. Look, it's like your guides are like, you know what? You were helpless at one point, and now that you're successful, now you can recover your inner child. You can heal yourself. And so people are talking about how successful you are. Because this when the King of Coins comes out, we're talking boss energy. Maybe not CEO, right? That's the Emperor. We're talking about boss. This is someone who has gained a lot of coins. You've gained a lot of money. You have changed and gone from a poverty place into something of abundance. Like, you're able to have what you want when you want it, and you don't hesitate to go and get it, right? And that is irritating someone else, but you persevered. You've overcome the hardships. You've let go of what no longer served you. You overcame those internal worries and wounds that were keeping you feeling small. And now that you're able to support yourself, people are noticing just how much you don't care what other people are talking about, what other people are saying. Like, you're here because you're curious. Of course you are. And I feel like a lot of you come here also to gain clarity on your own internal insight, right? Like, oh, is my intuition correct? Is my discernment telling me? It's like giving you that little boost. Okay, I was right. I knew I was feeling that. Like, I knew that was coming through. But there's someone in your energy that's like wanting to take you back to when you were small, when you felt small. It doesn't matter how old you were. If you felt small 3 years ago, they want you to go back to that energy because they felt like they had control in your life. And now they have no control as you're getting whisked away in order to save yourself. Okay, and so when they talk about your success, they're trying to bring you down a notch. They're trying to bring you down to their level, but they're not saying it to you. Right? They're not saying this, they're saying it to other people. And because of that, it's like, I feel like Source is protecting you, right? I also feel like this person is going to start, if they haven't, they're going to start going through some difficulties with their own life. So it's almost like, okay, they're giving me this example of this person had it good for a while. Okay, and you may have been wondering, like, why is it that they're always they're so lucky, everything seems to work out for them, like everything seems to go good for them, and it felt like everything may have been falling apart for you. And there's this energy coming through where it's like Source is trying to remind you that they may have won for a little bit, and that made them feel humongous, but because of their pride and their ego and their selfish ways, you succeeding is knocking them from their high horse. Like, there's no way that they'll ever get to your point of success. There's no way. And you're beginning to see that. Like, you're beginning to understand, like, oh, maybe you started having multiple sources of income, or maybe you have passive income that's coming in. You have created something for yourself that's leaving a legacy, that's allowing you to experience life in a whole new way. And this person has to see that, or these people, this could be multiple people, they have to see that. And then you have other people that are talking about how they want you to be even further. They want you to be more successful because what you're offering is helping them. It's either helping them heal, it's helping them overcome something, it's helping them on their own life journey. It could just be a product. You could be offering a product that is offering so much to a person who didn't know they needed it until you came into their life. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how small it seems to you. It's obviously a passion, so it must mean something to you, but it might be like, oh, but it's not that big of a deal for another person. You're wrong, because it means the world to other people, and that's what they're talking about here. They're talking about how much you've changed their life. They're talking about how much you've impacted them in such a positive way. And I feel like Source just wants to talk about this person coming in here because it's something that you're letting go of, right? You're moving away. Look at this imagery here. We have movement and stillness. Look at, and here's your boat. Here's your boat. It's docked now. It's docked. And that's why you're letting this go, right? You're letting this go. You have to come into this place. What I was saying when they showed the King of Coins over, or I'm sorry, the King of Cups over here, when I said they showed that, it's because you're coming into a new emotional standpoint, a new emotional perspective where you're no longer bothered by this, and you're keeping your emotions under wrap in a very unique way, okay? And so that's that stillness coming in. That's that wisdom. And that wisdom is teaching you how to move away. It's teaching you how to go. And so we have the lake and the river both coming in being water, and water representing our emotions. How profound is that? Like, so profound. I love this already. I'm in love with your reading. I know it sucks. It really sucks. Look, we have volcano. My apologies. We have volcano on the bottom with volatility here. This is something that you used to blow up at. Like, why can't they love me? Why can't they treat me with respect? Why do they have to act this way? You know, that's what's telling me. It's like somebody that was close to you that it just never made sense to you the way that they treated you. Well, it's because this person was jealous of you. But this is also a very unique card. And this card talks about how Source is the one that caused this in your life. Not for anything other than to help you find peace within to move away. It's like, how can something so volatile cause me anything other than mayhem and chaos? But it's truly, look, is this a perspective card? I can't with you. It changed your perspective. That's what it was. Instead of focusing on the anger and focusing on the chaos, you learned to turn within. You learned to focus on your own inner light. Can't with you, pile one. We're already in it. Like, we are in it. Okay, this is crazy. Thank you, Source. Look, we have see the bigger picture with giraffe coming out. This is what it did. It made you see the bigger picture. Came from a higher perspective. Think about how long a giraffe's neck is. They see for miles, right? I don't actually think they have really great eyesight, but, you know, just the symbology that comes from that. They are able to see above everything else, even the trees, right? That's what it is. You're learning to see things from this very high perspective, from a place of light and love. And it's difficult because it's like, why did I have to go through the hardships in the first place? Well, we become stagnant when we're not going through difficulties. It's not to harm us. It is to change us. And look, I cannot make this stuff up. We have radically change on the bottom here with Uranus. As I was saying it is when I flipped it over. That is so trippy. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some of these real quick. And please have a couple of these cards here, Source, for pile number 1. Bringing out one of my decks. Okay, that one. That one. Okay. We have, if you are moved by something, no explanation is needed. If you are not, no explanation will move you. Right? With movement here. Number 24, which is 6. Seeing yourself through the eyes of love. Unconditional love. You were moved by something, and this person was not moved by what you did. So no explanation that you provide this person will ever get them to understand why you took the journey you took. It's just not going to happen. This person is stuck in their own stubborn, selfish ways. Okay? However, don't think that that hasn't impacted others, because it has. This flew out. We have Bethany here. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or a pedicure. So it's important for you to take care of yourself. That's what's important here. And I feel like that's what this taught you in the long run, was how to take care of yourself, how to say no to this person and their chaos and their really weird energy, or how to say no to multiple people and their really weird energy and say yes to yourself instead, right? Like we have Teresa on the bottom. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. And we have 2 messages of self-love coming through here for you. It's, yes, you can. Yes, you can do self-love. You should always do self-love. But if you're asking why, okay, that's what I was saying. I felt like some of you were asking, why did I have to do this? Why did I have to go through that? Source came with 2 angel messages saying it's because it was teaching you how to focus on self-care, self-love, how to say no, and realizing that it was okay to say no to another person. And so this person, whoever they are, like I said, it feels like one person coming through with the reading itself, okay? With the dice, this is what people who are getting from you, this is how they feel. They're very much in this place of being thankful for you being you. And they appreciate your energy. And they love what you're bringing. And they want you to be even more successful. But then you have this other person who's just... I can't even find a right word to explain how they are. This person is just on a whole nother level. We have snake creation here with number 43. This is something that moves to your heart. What did I say in the beginning? This is you. It's like who you are. You can't help but be this person. And that's really what rubs this person wrong, is that you're actually experiencing the truth of yourself and living in your authentic self and being that. It makes this person realize that they haven't done anything for themselves. And so rather than change, they would rather make you go back to the old habitual ways that you were, the old patterns that you were living in, because that's what makes them feel better. And so I feel like this person talks about you all the time to everyone else, and then they come and they lie to your face. They tell you, oh no, I don't say anything to anybody. But behind your back, they're saying some really crazy things about you, trying to make you seem like a terrible person. But then you have a problem running into this, is that when you're actually with other people who've heard this person's rumors and lies, what ends up happening is people are confused because you're nothing like what this person is saying. Nothing like that. Look, we have number 50, Rhino Spirit, overcoming any obstacle. That's why you're so powerful. You don't even realize how strong you are. You've created the life of your dreams. You're living from your heart space. And you've overcome every obstacle that Source has put in front of you. You are an incredible being. It's not as punishment. It's not. It's like that when you're working out and you're lifting weights. If you lift 5-pound weights for your whole life, are you ever going to get really stronger? No. Eventually your muscles are going to be so used to lifting 5 pounds, it's not even going to be a workout anymore. Right? So there's the challenge, and that's what it is. It's a challenge of life so that you can continue to live. I cannot with you, pile 1. Already we have structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. This is it. We are talking about your success. You're living your life's journey. And you have 2 separate energies coming in where there's somebody or some people who are upset about it, trying to spread rumors about you. And then you have other people who are so grateful that you're offering what you have. We have conjunction, a union, a merging, a coming together. You are about to go through a spiritual awakening. If you haven't already, okay, and spiritual awakenings come in waves, okay, but there's a new wave that's coming here. And why do I say that with the conjunction card? Because this is going to take you to that new perspective, that new outlook on your life. Like, you're going to realize, like, everything that they put me through, everything that they said, you don't have to prove them wrong because Source has got your back. Right? Like, Source is basically going to give you the success that you've been praying for. And this person's going to have to open their foot and open their mouth and insert their foot up to the thigh, because they're not going to have anything else to say. Like, people are going to realize that they've been lying about you this whole time. So we have number 9. Grief doesn't get any smaller. You have to make yourself bigger. Yeah, you are making yourself bigger than the hurt, than the pain. That's what's going on here, whether you realize that or not. That's what's going on here. And that's something that people are realizing about you too. Like, the ones that are your true followers, the people who appreciate you so much, they've seen you go through some hard stuff. Or you've shared your stories and they're like, wow, that's amazing. Like, you've done so much. We have number 19. To choose the right path is fate. To choose the wrong path is fate. You must choose your love and be prepared to love your choice. Do you see number 10? We have 9 and 10 because this is number 19 and 1 and 9 is 10. So you have 9 and 10 coming out together here. This is so powerful. Everything you do in life is fate. Everything. It doesn't matter what you choose. It's fated. Okay, and sometimes there are detours. Sometimes there are detours that take us around, but we'll always get to where we're meant to go. But we have to choose what we love And then we have to be okay with what we've chosen. Okay? You've chosen to do the right thing. You should never question that. And no matter what anybody says about you, you should never let them make you feel like you chose wrong, even though it's easy to do so. Right? So let's take a look at your talisman. Find out, excuse me, what it says. Union. What? Look, with the rhinoceros. What is going on? Look, the rhino and the union card. Oh my. Oh my. Hold on. I need just a second. That is so... I can't. Whoa. Whoa. That is so intense. I feel like you're about to merge with your higher self in a new way. And look at... If you look at this rhino... Look at this. Look at how it has like this spiral here. And then look at how they each have a little flower right above their third eye. Where the third eye would be. Look at this. I feel like you're about to be opened up to your intuition in a whole new way. This is like merging with your higher self. Yes, this could be that you're about to go into union, like have a love union, but we're talking about success here. This is so much deeper than a love union. This is you coming into union with yourself. Because you're learning to trust yourself in ways that you didn't trust before. Now I want to hold this here. I think you can see it there. If you guys see, the insignia is here. Okay, right here in this little box. So if you pause it and take a screenshot of it, you can draw this insignia and carry it with you. Let's open the book and find out what this means. Union, that is so crazy. Okay, or here we go. Here we go. There you go. That's the insignia right there. All right. So, let me hold it to where you can see it. Okay, that's good. This card represents unity, wholeness, and fulfillment. Didn't I say that? Like you guys are being fulfilled on your journey. That's why this person is, I mean, they're having it out. Harmony can arise from forces that can be seen as opposite, yet they are interconnected. It's everything I've been talking about. Thank you, Source. And they work to complement each other. This card can represent friendship, teamwork, or partnership. It is not essential to master every talent, skill, or knowledge because our unity with like-minded people can bring the best end results. This card teaches us to trust others and their area of expertise. The heavy weight of responsibility can be divided, and celebration of success is much sweeter when it's shared. Use this card to strengthen the bond in a friendship or a partnership. Though rhinos sometimes live in solitude, they form crashes that are crucial to the group's survival and beneficial to the individual members. Channel the union's strength and energy created by envisioning holding hands with your team or standing strong together as an indestructible crash. We are stronger together is the message here. Okay, so this is so powerful. Look, and we did have the Two of Cups. So there could be a love, okay? For some of you, there could be a love that's coming in. All right? For those of you that you're like, no, that's not mine. Like, it's cool. This is just saying that you are about to unite with your soul tribe. You've been waiting, and this is like huge. So regardless of what people are saying, like Source just kind of like took over at the end here and was like, no, look, you're about to unite with your soul tribe. Look at this. This is so insane, these synchronicities here. I cannot make this up. Y'all saw me draw these cards live on this, and I had no idea what this card was. No idea. Just insane. Insane. I love that. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Sorry, I had to. Anyway, sometimes I crack myself up. Okay, if you feel like this is your reading, is there a little rhino emoji? Okay, if there's a little rhino emoji, put a little rhino emoji down below and say, I'm coming into union with my higher self to let Source know that you're calling in this beautiful, beautiful energy pile on. And leave me a thumbs up, but I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, stay human, pile one. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this keychain, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your card, or your reading on what do people say about your success, or what are people saying about your success. Yeah, so first and foremost, real quick, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box down below, where you can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, cool hangout session with yours truly, and I hope to see you there. Or you can email me for a private reading, where I will send you out further information as well as scheduling options for you in the future. Okay, so what? Oh, I was thinking, I did not get to show you guys your affirmation card in the beginning. I totally spaced it, but I did get a new card for today. It says, I am surrounded by beauty and inspiration. So this is the affirmation for you to write down today, just to keep reminding yourself about this so that you can bring in that positive energy. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into reading and find out, what are people saying about pile number 2's success, source? What messages can you give to us? What are people saying about pile number 2's success? What can you tell us, source? What are people saying about pile number 2's success? Okay, really quick here, just remember we are connecting with other people's thought process and their perspective through their rose-colored glasses. This does not make what comes out true to you. However, you may resonate with some of those things that do come through. Just remember not to get too upset about it because of somebody else saying this about you or thinking about this about you, okay? Just want to put that out there. Pile 1 was a phenomenal reading, so I'm excited to see what comes out in yours. We have the first house, Saturn, and Libra energy. You are so fair. You are a fair individual. I love that I had to say that, and then it comes out with this fair energy. You like harmony, you like peace, you like things to be fair judgment. Like, you don't like people to get chastised for something that is too harsh, right? Like, you want it to be a fair assessment of what they've gone through. So when I say fair, you like it fair, okay? You're the one that, like, if somebody needs to share something, you get it for 10 minutes, and then the other person gets it for 10 minutes. So it's fair, right? That's what you like. You really are someone who's fair, and that's what people are saying about your success. So you may be a boss, or you may have a higher up position, but you're fair whenever it comes to anything that's going on in your business, your company, with your work, with your success. You're fair. Like, you're not somebody who expects people to go and fly over the mountain or the moon for you. Like, you're going to give back to them what they give to you. They're talking about how you are disciplined, you're dedicated, you are a hard worker. You've built a very solid foundation, and part of that foundation comes from the way that you see all of life, how considerate you are of others and their own journey, and how considerate you are of just the mishaps that come in life, right? They're going to happen, but this is something that is very personal to you. This is something that has really stuck with you for a while. It feels like this is something that you've really built up over time. So whether that's your own business, your own, side job, or whatever it is, where the success is coming from, people are talking about how fair you are. You're charming, you're peaceful, you're diplomatic, you're easygoing, you're harmonious. You're relationship oriented, so people feel like they can trust you. People feel like you're intelligent, artistic, and beautiful, friendly. That sometimes you can be indecisive, but you do like law and order to be had, and you'll go out of your way to ensure that it is. And they are also talking about how your success has brought open enemies. So you may be in the public eye, okay, in some way, shape, or form. And in the public eye, you may have people who are openly saying things about you, openly trying to disgrace you, or, go against you in some kind of libel or something like that, right? But they are talking about how structured you are and how you have allowed yourself to build a foundation based on your ambition, like taking responsibility for your actions, and you become an authority figure in your own life and also for others. But others do talk about how this can be a block for you. It can be a huge burden for you because sometimes you kind of sting others with your work habits, right? Like you're so focused on your work and your success that maybe sometimes you don't give enough time to the fun things in life or the things that aren't so structured. And so there are energies coming through that talk about how it's hard to keep up with you. Even though you're so fair, it's just hard to keep up with you and your work ethic. And that's, that's somebody's own personal standpoint. That has nothing to do with where you're at, because it does feel like you are very happy with where you've come and how far you've climbed up the ladder. So let's get some tarot on it. Source, what can you tell us about what people are saying about pile number 2 success? What are people saying about pile number 2 success? What are people saying about pile number 2 success, Source? What are people saying about pile number 2 success? Okay, thank you. What are people saying about pile number 2 success, Source? Thank you. What are people saying about pile number 2 success? Whoa, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, look, yeah, that you are successful. We have the Ace of Coins here in the upright. You're super successful. But this King of Swords coming out, that you're a smooth talker, that sometimes you do sting others by saying no or by telling them off. Like if you have something to do, you are more committed to what you have to do than your relationships, even though you are relationship oriented. So the image that I'm getting is that maybe you're working a law office, right? And so that's why you're relationship oriented. Maybe you help with like divorce cases or family feuds or something like that. And it's like you're all about those people and their families. But when it comes to self and your own personal life, you may not have that. But you are seen as someone who instills a lot of hope in people. This is peeking out. Yeah, you're very unorthodox in the way that you do things. You don't do anything the way that others do. Right? Your very unique way of coming out and performing. And so people really appreciate the way that you show up. And again, being a lawyer, that was just an example, but you can take that and apply it to whatever it is that you're doing in life. Okay, so family is the name of the game today. Pile 1 had family coming out too. I snore. Okay, we've got... Oof. All right, so... you have not reached the peak of your success. You may be feeling it trickling in. Okay, that's what it feels like. And with the 5 of Coins coming out here, this is saying you've not reached the pinnacle of your success yet. There's something about to happen that's going to be even bigger than what you've gotten up until now. Okay, and there is somebody in your energy that is talking about how amazing you are and how you are somebody that's there for others, but you've had to take time for yourself, right? And you guys have been through a lot together. You and this other person, you've been through a lot together. Okay, this is somebody who could be a friend. This is somebody who's a close acquaintance. It's just somebody that you do feel like this with. Okay, this could even be a coworker or a colleague. Okay, and it's just somebody who feels like you both are able to overcome anything together as long as you're there for each other. But we have the family card here with the 8 of Cups. And everybody, if you've watched my channel for any time, you know that my 8 of Cups is all about family. And here in the reverse, we're talking about unwanted interference. Talking about unwanted interference with family. Like, so it's like family has tried to interfere with what you're doing, which makes sense for the energy that was coming out, you know, being cold and being harsh. It's like maybe family wants you to come to get-togethers, but maybe there's a lot of toxicity that goes on or a lot of negativity that goes on. And so you've chosen not to. or they're inviting you to go out to dinners and stuff like that. And it's like, they always wait until you've got something huge that's going on, and then they invite you to dinner, and it's like, and then they make such a big to-do about it. Or it might not even be that serious. It might just be that they feel like you're not spending enough time with them like you used to anymore, and they're having an emotional breakdown about it. But they're saying that it's because of your success that you no longer have time to spend with them anymore. And then you have somebody else in your energy here who's talking about how you've been through it, whether that was with family or your past life. You've been through it, and now you're about to experience something like never before. Like, you lived like no one else so that later you could live like no one else. And now the thing is that later is about to be upon your lap, right? It is not later anymore. It's like now. Like right now. It could be like yesterday, right? But it's coming. And that we're talking with Ace of Coins here. Like, this is a huge gain in money, right? But this is also a gift. This is a gift of money from source. This is a gift because of you working so hard on your, whatever it is that you're doing. You did what you were supposed to do. And so now it's like, source is like, okay, you met me more than halfway, so I'm going to meet you more than halfway too on the reward, right? Because source can't just give us anything. Like, I mean, it would be easy if it were that way. But the truth of it is that in this realm that we live in, it's about us meeting source halfway, because source can't do anything unless we do the work first. And that's exactly what it looks like you've done. And people are talking about how you have this friend that's always there for you, that's always, you guys are through thick and thin. You may have been through a lot together. You may have had times where you might not have been friends, and yet somehow, some way, shape, or form, you've always come back together. And it's been even better than before. And this person knows that something's about to blow up for you. And they're talking about how you may have had family interference. This could have been an ex. This could have been, you know, immediate family. This could have been children. It could have been parents. It could have been anybody. But they're also talking about how they've seen parents and family try to get involved in and keep you from your success. And so what they're saying about your success is that they're excited, that they want to see you become even more successful. But then there's this energy coming in where they feel like you haven't committed to what you were supposed to commit to, okay? Because that's subjective. And then they're also talking about how you can be very cold and cruel and distant and disconnected from them, right? Two-faced, in other words. And you're really not. It's like you're just trying to protect yours and your own. And if that doesn't go with someone else's agenda, then, you know, oh well, right? So let's get some clarifiers here. Yeah, I feel like you've had to do this alone. Like, I mean, you've had this friend or this person in your life, but ultimately, look, I split the deck. And we have the Ace of Coins coming out again. I split the deck to shuffle. The Eight of Coins on the bottom. So yeah, we are talking about your success here. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, you've been very persistent in keeping strong boundaries with others, even if it hurts. This is what's been helping you, though. This is source helping you and helping you take that chance for yourself. Gaining clarity. Being committed to yourself here, right? Yeah, and having success with the Three of Coins coming out. Having collaborations, right? I love that the Ace of Wands made an appearance. The Ace of Wands, the Ace of Coins. Ay. So, because I mentioned the Ace of Wands, it's talking about you were inspired to do this. Whatever this is that we're talking about success-wise, you were inspired to take this chance. And that's what Source is saying. Like, I inspire you, but you're the one who makes the effort. Like, you take the action, because Source can't do that for us, right? We have to take our own action in life. And so that's the thing. The Ace of Cups making an appearance. Oh, all the aces want to be seen today. So this is new for you. I feel like this is something new that's coming in for you. Like the Fool just made an appearance. Yeah, this is something that's absolutely new. I'm going to give this one more shuffle. All right. Will we please have some clarifying energies here, Source? Thank you. Please have another clarifying card for this reading for pile 2. Whoa! Okay, so y'all saw that. I'm going to take those 2 that flew out first, and then this whole stack just decided to go pew like that over there, like this, and like that. Isn't there a song that says that? Like this, like this, like this, and like that, or something like that. I don't know. Look, we had the 3 of Swords coming out on the bottom. Yeah, this was hard for you. This was very hard for you to do. It's like you were letting go of patterns you were very comfortable with. Yeah, so that you could be unique. Didn't we have the 7 of Coins come out earlier? Yeah, we have a lot of repeat cards. It wouldn't surprise me if we have some repeat cards in what's coming out clarifying. Right? But this was all for work. This was all for work. You decided to save yourself. You decided to do it for yourself. And now Source is like, good job. Like, you did it, even though it was scary. Okay, so we have more than one card here. Okay. I feel like it's like this. I hope those are right. Okay. I hope they're in the right places. I hope they're right side up. Okay, so we have the Chariot here. Look. Moving away from family. Moving away from that which you were comfortable with. Look at how she's holding this baby. Here, it's like a little doll that she's holding, right? It's like something that you had to let go of, like a security blanket. You had to let go of that so that you could let yourself be free. So to move away from that was difficult. Look, we have the King of Swords coming out again. It was in the reverse here. And people saying that you're cold. Look, the Ace of Wands. It came out, didn't I say? Oh my Lord, I cannot right now. Okay, let me turn this over because you guys know I don't take these in reversals. At least not yet. I mean, maybe once I will, but I don't know. I feel like the thing is that they feel the sting from your honesty. That's the thing. And people talk about how honest you are and how open you are, but how brutal at the same time it is. Like, oh, you're able to get what you want because you're a smooth talker. Smooth operator. Yeah. You know what? Who cares? If you're a smooth operator and it works for you, own it. Jeez. You know? Like, we have the 8 of Wands. Yeah. You don't see things clearly. That's what they're saying. You don't see things clearly. Like, it feels like your family's jealous because you're actually having success here. And they're saying, oh, you don't see things clearly because the only thing that matters is family and hanging out and doing all these things. But it's like, I feel like you tried all that. I feel like you tried all that for a time being and it wasn't working for you. It was just keeping you further and further away from your dream. And now you're taking action towards what you want. And look, again, that inspiration. Right? With the Ace of Wands here, it's like Source saying, I inspired you and you took that action. You took that inspiration, you made it your own, but it was something that was very vulnerable for you. Right? It was something that was scary. It was very scary, especially in the face of all this. But you've grown in the face of adversity. And you know that. And you're very aware of that. And so regardless of what they're saying about how you weren't clear on what was, or you're not seeing things clearly, you're seeing things beyond the veil. You're seeing the things that truly matter, right? It's not even about money. And they could be making it about money. They could be like, oh, you think you just want money. Like it's all about money, this, that, and the other, especially with all the coins cards that we had make an appearance here. But it's not. To you, it's more than that. To you, it's about being secure in yourself. Because when you started, it didn't feel that way. And now you're realizing that you have something that no one else has, right? And so you're being clearly given insight and honesty on what that is for you. You've opened your heart to it. And I think the thing is that they're mad because you baked your cake and you're eating it too. You know, we don't often have those opportunities in life. It's not that they don't come around. But look at this. It's interesting because she's eating the eye of this cake. It's kind of morbid, but she's eating the eye of this cake. And this lady here, she has her eyes closed, right? Or this image, she has her eyes closed. And so there's something about being able to see with your third eye. That's what's coming through here. This is a very intuitive energy coming in. You've been very intuitive on your journey. You've been very aware of what you needed to do. But only because you have had someone to rely on. And this could just even be your guides right? Like, this doesn't have to be a person, this 10 of Wands here. This could be your guides. Like, this could be people or energies that you've helped connect with, or they've helped you connect with them, or they've helped you along your journey and your path. And that could be why, like, they're like, oh, so you're willing to spend time with a non-existent being, and you're over there like, oh, if only you knew, if only you knew. This is a cycle. It's about being close. It's closing out. So the important numbers here are 777 and 88. So you're clearing out karmic cycles, and you're changing yourself, which is bringing a lot of luck to you. You're letting go of that idea of that security blanket. Look, I cannot make this stuff up. What was I saying? Like the third eye, and here we have observation with Peregrine Falcon. This is the eye of Horus. Well, that's what our third eye is commonly referred to as the eye of Horus. We have number 7 with 25 here. So profound. So profound. I love that. Thank you, Source. Let's get some more on it. Can we please have some more oracle cards here for pile number 2? Yeah, it's time for you to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. Right? And this is what's so cool about it, because this is what I was saying, like, there's people in your energy who see how hard you work, who see the amount of effort and sacrifice that you put into your success. And the interesting thing about this card, I actually really love this card because it looks like she's celebrating alone. But what we don't see is the whole tribe is sitting around the outside here. And it talks about that in the book about this card. She's not alone. She's the one that's the center of attention because it's her time. They're saying it's your time. There are people who are saying, finally, it's pile 2's time. Because you've been alone for so long. Healing ancestor, generational curses and ancestral wounds. Right? And again, this idea of ancestors coming back to family. Family who's been trying to stop you. You have this image of the snake coming through here, but then you have like your guides and your ancestors really trying to lead you through the snake pit, right? Even if you've had to have been alone, even if you've had to go into solitude, you're now learning that you get to celebrate this journey. You get to celebrate what you've done for yourself, because no one did that. Sorry, nobody in your family showed up and did the work for you, right? Oh, thank you. They wanted 2 of these. Time to let go. With the groundhog spirit, number 31. Look, and he's holding a little heart. Do you see that? Yeah, this was like your security blanket was your family. Time to let go of that. Time to release that energy. It's no longer yours to hold on to. It never was. But you were holding on to it. You had the burden of it. And now you're putting the burden down. Laying it before Source's feet. Source's feet. What is it? There's this song. You say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. Oh my gosh, how does that song go? You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am feeling... Anyways, okay, I think it's by Lauren Daigle. I can't remember how it goes right now. But anyways, the reason being they're not letting me remember the song right now is because there's a line in there that says, you'll have every failure, God, and you'll have every victory. And in that line, it talks about how I lay all of it down at your feet. And that's exactly what it is that you've done. It's like you're like, whether you believe in God or not, that's not the point. It's like you believe in the journey, right? And it's like the journey has every failure. The journey has every victory. And you know that. And you're living that. And you're letting that be the truth. I wish I could remember how the song goes right now. I just... Literally, I listen to that song like all the time, and it's just, I'm drawing a blank, which is so funny. And that happens when it's not about the chorus or it's not about that part of the song. It's literally just about the line. They won't let me remember the song. It is so trippy how it works. Look, all these cards coming out. Too many cards. Too many. I just want a few. Excuse me. Whoa, okay. I would like to. There we go. The 7th house, which is connected to Libra energy. We have profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. So you're calling in your soul tribe, okay? And that's definitely been a collective message coming out quite a bit here recently. But not only that, you're building strong relationships with clients, with prospects, with whoever it is that you could be, customers, whoever it is that's coming to you. You're building a very strong relationship with those people in your life. I can't. This came out in another pile. We have union, merging, and a coming together. So there could be love coming. Now, I want to mention this. It's so funny because before I started this, I got this message and I didn't say it because I didn't know if it was meant for you, and now they're bringing it back. And they're making my eyes going crazy, my ear, my nose, my cheeks. Okay, I'm going to say it. Let me say it. Okay. So they're talking about, there's been a message for ongoing for like quite a few months on my channel. And this could be, you've followed all these readings where it's talked about how the love of your life is going to come in when your success happens. And that's what they're saying here. Like, it's like this, I feel like this is that pile. Okay. I feel like they're saying your success is here. It's about to fall into your lap. Okay. Like, there's no longer waiting. This is literally like, just keep up the momentum and you're going to see things happen. Okay. And because of that, like, you're either going to go somewhere to meet the love of your life, or whoever it is coming back into your life. Okay. And that's why we have the conjunction with a union, merging, and a coming together, and house 7 with profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Okay. So that's something that's very clear here. Like, we have house 12 here with spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. It's because your success is healing these old wounds of the past. That security blanket that you were holding on to with your family, that was an old wound, right? It felt safe. But now that you're like moving away from it, you're realizing that was not safe at all, how toxic it truly was, how much it was really weighing on you, how hard it was for you to let go. And now you're letting yourself really truly experience who you are. And part of that's coming to fruition through your success. And it's weird because they're like, oh, money is the root of all evil. No. Money is not the root of all evil, okay? When money controls us, when we let money control us, that's where evil begins to form, all right? Money is just a tool. And when we see it as a tool, we can begin to live our lives in a very profound way. And I feel like that's exactly where you're coming to, even though you may have people who are on the outskirts saying, oh, you pile 2, you're like, you just turned into a whole nother person. You're not the same because now you have money and now you think that you're better than it. No, these people wish they were in your shoes. That's the thing. And so your success is bringing out quite a bit, right? And the same thing happened in another pile where we had the split of energy. It's not the same message. That is not at all what's happening here. This is a very different message. But what's happening is that split of energy where you have people who really respect the amount of work that you put in and the quality that you bring to your work. And then you have people who are close to home, close to the heart of the matter, who are just completely astounded at your progress and projecting their wounds and hurts on you. Look, number 7. So again, 7 coming through for you. Future me, forgive past you for present us. This is such a profound message, right? Because this is reminding you to always forgive yourself for what you've gone through. Yes, maybe you held on to this security blanket. Maybe you held on to that for a long time. Held on to your family, couldn't let them go. And it was because you loved them so deeply, right? But your success is becoming more important to you because you're feeling fulfilled at what you're doing, which is what's opening your third eye, helping you to discern what's really true here, right? Again, what I was saying here, like, how profound is it that I was talking with these 2 cards about your third eye, and we got the Peregrine Falcon here connected with the Eye of Horus, which is our third eye, right? Our ability to intuitively see into the future. And so there's going to be a point in time when you have to forgive yourself. If that's now or later on, it doesn't matter. You're getting to that point. Let's check out what your other cards are. Yes, we have Bison Ritual, 35 here, number 8. You're healing those karmic wounds, but it's so important for your abundance to continue and maintain rituals in your life, okay? Whether that's journaling, meditating, working out, yoga, tai chi, qigong, whatever it is, it's like following those rituals and maintaining those rituals will help you. It could be prayer, this could be reading the Bible, this could be reading any kind of religious text, spiritual text. It could be doing any kind of planning or just preparing your life. But this is a very profound thing that will help you out in your journey, okay? Look, vulnerability. I cannot make this up. I'm just going to move this over here because this is so amazing that this card flew out. What was I saying with this Ace of Wands here? I can't grab it. I'm having a time right now. The vulnerability is real. This is something that makes you stand out. And it really exposes all those parts of yourself that you may have spent lifetimes, not just one, but multiple lifetimes trying to hide. Okay, and if you don't believe in multiple lives, that's fine. This just means that you've spent decades or years trying to hide from yourself. And now you're coming into a place where you have to be vulnerable. You have to show your vulnerabilities because that's where your power comes from. That's where you are shining the best. And so people are talking about how open and vulnerable you are. And then there are other people who think that your vulnerability is a lie. And it's not. Because, you know, it's like that. Like family was there when you experience those hardships. But when those hardships become the lessons that you help others learn, sometimes family is going to be the first one that really does things that hurt us. And I wish it weren't that way. Okay. So we have vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted with number 63. Yeah, so there have been some vultures in your life, but you turn that around and you use that to your benefit. There's also something very significant with birds coming through here for you, okay? So you may notice you see birds a lot. And when you see birds a lot, pay attention to what's going on inside. Okay? Are you being positive? Are you being negative? What are you thinking about? Okay, that was weird. So we have deer spirit. Bring a gentle touch. Number 18, which is 9. So we had 9 come out. There's a lot of synchronicities with your reading here. You're a very kind and gentle soul. That's why you hung on for so long. Don't ever beat yourself up for that. Look how beautiful your soul is. And I don't care if you're a man or woman, whatever you identify with, it doesn't matter. Okay? You're just a kind, generous soul. You're here to love. And it's been hard because you love so deeply, but to be loved seems like such a chore. And so your success brings with it love in your life, as well as others talking about how your vulnerabilities are helping them see things from a very soft perspective. So it feels like you're really embodying that divine feminine energy right now because you've lived so long in that masculine energy of trying to protect yourself, to defend yourself, to take action for yourself, right? And now you're really embodying this soft touch with others, which is helping others to see things from a much bigger place, a much more beautiful place, a much more vulnerable place, right? From the heart. You're living from the heart. And I feel like people are really talking about that, how connected you are to your third eye, but how you're really connected to your heart chakra, because that's what really brings in your clients or your people or whoever it is that you help. It's really what brings it in is you being able to connect from a heart space and use either your empathic abilities or just your sense of life. Like your experience from life has given you this profound connection to others in a beautiful, unique way. We have number 26 here, which is 8 again. If you look at 0, you see nothing. If you look through 0, you see the whole world. Robert Kaplan. You saw something that was nothing and you looked at it and you took it and it became your fuel for the rest of your life. And that's what's going on here. And so this is just saying, like, continue to look through 0 because you want to see the whole world. Because those that are not on your journey with you or aren't giving you that praise that you deserve, they're seeing 0. They're seeing, oh, pile 2 came up from nothing. Like, they just got lucky. They just got this. No, you worked hard for what you have. Okay? No matter how a person paints their story of what you've done, they have not experienced life the way that you have lived it, nor what you've put in, the amount of work, the amount of dedication, the amount of sacrifice with Saturn coming out here that you've had to go through. And we also have Saturn showing that this has been a tough time for you. And so Saturn is all about the planet of tough love. But through that tough love, you become completely soft and loving and kind, compassionate, and such a beautiful soul the world needs. It's been tough for you, but that's given you a new way of seeing others in their real vulnerable place, which has given you strength to be vulnerable. We have number 27, which is 9 again. So we have 8 and 9. There's a lot of progress being made here. We have resentment will persist as long as your need to be right and your want to get even is more important than your peace of mind. Just take a minute and think about this. This is where a lot of those energies are coming from, those people who are saying those negative things. They need to be right. They want to get even. They think they know better. They think this. They think that. They don't care about peace of mind. They only care about being on the top. Okay, and you've come into a place of realizing my peace of mind is far more important to me than trying to be seen as something that I'm not. Or trying to prove to others who I am. Right? We were talking about it. It hurt, but you were given assistance to move away from this. It hurt a lot. Okay, we're going to check out your card. I'm going to read this from you. I'm going to show you the insignia from the book because it's easier to see from the book than on the card. And you can definitely pause it and take a screenshot of that and draw that and carry it with you wherever you go. Just as a reminder that your success is here. It's already coming and that you are such a powerful individual. But let's check out what your card says. Resilience. That's interesting. If you saw the beginning, this actually came out when I split the deck, which is so funny that it's going to make an appearance here. So pile 2, let me see. Saying the alphabet in my head here. Okay, this is the insignia right here. I have the hiccups. Okay, and you're welcome to draw that and keep it with you. And then let me see if I can hold this up and put this in a way where I can read it. I want you to be able to see it. There we go. It says there might be a task you have to undertake that will be difficult, unpleasant, or inconvenient. It may affect other people's feelings, but you are obliged to first make sure that you are safe and provided for. When our physical needs are not met, elevating the mind and soul can sound and feel impossible. Your positive attitude and steady temperament to avoid focusing on feelings of guilt or doubt. Dealing with adversity makes us more resilient, and it does the same for others. We cannot shield our loved ones from difficulties, but we can be there to hold their hand and offer our understanding and empathy. You are making the right move. Use this card when you need to stay sharp and clever. This is not a card to use for deceit, but it's about becoming mindfully cunning and finding a creative way to provide for your own needs. Imagine the clever fox finding and learning the ways around the hunter's trap. Look for the ideas all around. I am resilient. And I love that this card, it's talking about everything that we went over in your reading, right? You've been through adversity, but that adversity made you stronger. You've had to sacrifice, but that sacrifice made you stronger. And whether you believe it or not, everything that you're doing is making the people who seem hurt by your success, it's making them grow, whether they like it or not too. Because eventually there's going to be two things that happen. You are either going to be completely absent from their lives, which feels even more distressing than them growing and beginning to step up to your level. And it's going to be different for everyone. Not everyone is going to be willing to make that change, but there will be others who are. Okay. And this is interesting. I just saw this. We have number 25, 26, and 27. So these are very, like, you're making steps. You're taking steps in the right direction. Your progress is being seen and it's being appreciated by some, even if what we were talking about in the reading is how hard it was to let go of those that don't appreciate the work that you're putting in. It doesn't matter. You're seen as odd. You're seen as weird with them. That's not what matters here. What matters is that you stand out and you be unique in your own way. Okay? So if you feel like this resonated with you, if there is a fox emoji, put a fox emoji down below and say, I'm resilient because I sacrificed for my journey. Leave me a thumbs up, but I am going to go ahead and leave this here, get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. I love you, Pile 2. I'm sending you a big, gigantic, energetic hug. You're amazing. We need you in the world, okay? And with that being said, stay human, Pile 2. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this Susan B. Anthony silver dollar, I believe that's what it is, from 1979. Or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what are people saying about your success. The readings have been really, really informative about sometimes one, maybe two people, but also talking about people that you're influencing. So I just ask that you keep an open mind and remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not. With that in mind, as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, check out the description box down below if you're interested in supporting the channel further. You'll find my email where you can send me an email and I'll get you out further information for a personal reading and scheduling options. Or you can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, where it's just a fun, cool, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading real quick, though. I did not get a chance to show you this in the very beginning. We do have the I Am card today. This is a new one that I scratched off. This is I Am Surrounded by Beauty and Inspiration. If you're new and you're not sure what these are, it's all right. I had another reading. These are new cards that I received. And they do come with like a scratch, like a lotto ticket on it, and you have to scratch them off. And so I don't know what any of them are, but this was the one that I drew today. And so, yeah, I'm surrounded by beauty and inspiration. I recommend you write that down and remind yourself that all the time, even if you're having a hard time, that will help lift your vibration for you. So let's get into your reading and find out, what are people saying about pile number 3 success, source? What can you tell us about what people are saying about pile number 3 success? What messages do you have for us today, source? What are people saying about pile number 3 success? Okay, and real quick here before we check this out, keep in mind that we are connecting with other people's points of views, and so that does not make it the truth of who you are. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We have Taurus, Saturn, and the second house. People are talking about how you're financially growing. Like how you're becoming very stable, financially free, or financially independent. Like you has to do with your finances, how you're treating yourself to some luxury, how you're very loyal to what it is that you're doing. You're very loyal to what it is that you're doing. Right? But first things first, you know, you're making business transactions, you're building your possessions, your self-esteem is skyrocketed, your work ethic is another level. You have very good values, high morals, your daily routines are impressive, you take care of yourself, you find the joy in the small things and in comfort, right? In comfort here. And you're seen as someone who is very persistent. You take the steady steps to get to where you want. You're very trustworthy and patient. You have a ton of tenacity. You're very endurant. You have a lot of drive. Is endurant a word? Anyways, you have a lot of endurance. You have a lot of drive. You're very reliable. You are building a security net for yourself. Even if it's been slow and steady, you're building that stability, and people are noticing that. They're also noticing that your material wealth is growing and that you are bringing a lot more material success in your life. But anytime we have Saturn here, we're talking about the planet of tough love, right? We're talking about that sacrifice that you've had to make in order to be disciplined, to let go of old beliefs and boundaries and burdens and blockages in order to become successful. Absolutely with your career here, because the 10th house is connected to Capricorn, or I'm sorry, Saturn is connected to the 10th house and Capricorn energy, which all refer to our life's mission. right? Our path of purpose. And so people are talking about how your path of purpose is bringing in a lot of stability for you. So let's go ahead and put these down here and get these out of the way. We will get some more out on it with the tarot and find out what's going on here. But more or less, they're talking about, like, maybe you bought a new car, or you bought a new house, or you bought a new wardrobe, and they're talking about how you're just spending more money on yourself now before you weren't. Some people and money, sometimes it's a weird thing, right? It gives people some kind of weird energy. So, but they are talking about how disciplined you are and how you continue to show up each and every day for your job or for your career path, and how it seems like you really do feel fulfilled in it. And so let's see what we can find out, though, with the tarot source. What can you tell us about what people are saying about pile number 3 success? What are people saying about pile number 3 success, source? What are people saying about pile number 3 success? Okay, thank you. What are people saying about pile 3 success? All right. What are people saying about pile number 3 success, source? What can you tell us? Okay, that one wants to come out. It wants to be that way. We'll take it like that. Thank you, source. What are people saying about pile number 3 success? Thank you very much. What are people saying about pile number 3 success, source? Okay, is this one? Yeah, it's that one. Gracias, muchísimas gracias, source. Muchísimas gracias. Yeah, you're moving on. Moving on up, moving on up. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Okay, I'm not going to curse on here, guys. But yeah, no, like, people are talking about it. Oh, like, and you're moving on from not having boundaries. Like, you were struggling in life to see others as separate from yourself. You were struggling as seeing others as not, like, the importance of others' needs, and then not seeing your own importance, right? And so it's like, that's what you're moving away from. You're no longer putting in effort to others that maybe it's not that important. You know, maybe somebody's flat tire isn't that big of a deal when you've got something to attend to in your job, or maybe going out to eat to dinner tonight with your friends because it's what they've always done for 10 years, and this is you have an important meeting to plan for tomorrow. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like realizing that your needs are important too. What my needs are matter. And that's true, right? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, you are a workaholic, pile 3. But I don't feel like it's in a bad way. I feel like it's been in a necessary way. Right? It's been in an absolute necessary way. You're seeing the path carved before you. And so people are talking about how dedicated you are to your work, how dedicated you are to your journey, how much confidence. So, like, again, we have cards here saying how, like, basically repeating the dice here, how much confidence you've gotten from working hard, from, you know, it's like putting your work on a pedestal, but in a way that's conducive to you. I do feel like there is a sense of balance here, but balance for you. Right? Balance for you may be going out twice a month, and balance for others might be being able to go out all weekend, you know, but for you, it's like important to work hard so that you can enjoy finer things later on in your life. And that's exactly what you're doing. And so the path has been clearly marked for you, and you're letting go of people who may be trying to manipulate you into doing what they want, who may be trying to convince you that what you're doing isn't that important. You're realizing that it is important, right? You do also chase the bag. You know, that's the thing. You're chasing the bag here, and that's okay. That's okay to chase the bag. It's okay to want to be successful. I mean, as long as you're still entertaining others that you care about, and you're being there in the people's lives that matter to you. But if people are just trying to take from you, it's equally okay to say no, because some people just don't get it. Like, they're like, oh, all you do is work. But it's like, if you're, okay, here's the example. If you're building your own business, right? And I'm just going to put this out there because I know from personal experience, the first 5 years are the hardest. Those are the years where you don't get any sleep. you are stressed, you're trying to make things work, and it's like all this. And so that's what it feels like. You're building your own business and you're still in that first 5-year time frame. And it's not to say that you won't have any success in those first 5 years. It's just that's when you're really trying to build an understanding between you and this new thing that you're creating, right? And so it's like people don't understand that. And so all of a sudden you went from hanging out with your friends all the time because all they do is work a 9 to 5. They have a normal job. And when I say normal job, that's not to mean anything. You may have a normal job too, but you may be trying to climb up the ladder in it, and it's demanding you work more. It's demanding more of your time and putting more responsibility on your shoulders. So whatever it is, it's just that everyone else doesn't see it that way, right? They see it as like, oh, here's pile 3, and they're coming in and they're working so hard and they're doing all this and they just don't have time for fun anymore. And you're over there like, no, this is the time where I need to focus on moving away from people who just want to dink around, you know? Because it's not it. I'm not here to dilly-dally, right? I'm here to make progress. I'm here to have financial stability. I'm here to have financial abundance because I want to live. You know, maybe in 10 years you want to go on a year-long cruise, but you want to have the ability to do that. But you need to make sure that things are running smoothly with your business, or you need to make sure that you have enough vacation saved up. Not that you can take a whole year from a business because they usually cap vacation, but cool. What I'm saying here is that you're trying to make sure that everything is in line so that you can really live the way that you want to live. And you're experiencing that now, right? You're beginning to experience that. So like maybe you got a raise, or maybe you have a side hustle that's starting to bring in passive income. Or maybe you're multiple sources of income is the only way to go. If you guys don't know what any of this is, it's always good to check them out, right? But we were talking about this is like you're having something that's bringing in finances for you, and that's making you feel good. Like you're actually seeing your work pay off, and in a beautiful way. Like it's actually something that you can experience in the here and the now, and not just hope and dream for like, oh, I hope I make more money. You're like, no, like I'm really making more money, right? And this is something you've definitely taken action on, but people have held that action over your head for a long time. Like it's like people making you feel bad about it. And you don't need to feel bad about it. And so it's like you're moving on, you're letting go, and you know what you need to do. You're overcoming, like you made the decision and now you're taking the action on that decision. You've chosen what to do and you're no longer holding back. Like look at all this energy is all forward motion, right? You're no longer stuck in the past. It's like everyone else, oh, what is it? Why are you thinking about old shit? Sorry, I don't mean to curse, but that's the thing. It's like, what is that movie from where he's like, oh, you're thinking about old stuff. Like, why are you bringing up old stuff? But it was really just something that just happened. But that's the energy. Why are you thinking about old stuff right now? Like, no, like I really care about what I'm doing, but I'm also very determined to get it. And your determination it intimidates people. Because you're somebody who's not going to give up just because things get tough. And that's what we see here with Saturn. It's like, in spite of things getting tough, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with it. But there are people who are saying that you're driven by money. But I don't think that that's what it is. And maybe you are. Maybe you are just driven by money. But I think it's deeper than that. Like, I feel like it's more or less like you've had to struggle for some time in your life, and now you're ready to not experience struggle. And if it's as simple as working extra hard in order to not struggle, like you're willing to do that. You may have Capricorn very, very highly aspect in your chart. Let's get some clarifiers on it though. Yeah, the Ace of Coins trying to peek out here. No, that was not the Ace of Coins, but I did see it. But we have the Nine of Cups. It's interesting they wanted me to turn it around. Yeah, you're being fulfilled. Like, you're the one that's enjoying yourself. Like that life of luxury. It's like honey in the bath, right? Something that only certain people could ever enjoy. But you're getting to enjoy it. That's interesting. Please have some clarifying cards here for pile 3 source. Thank you. The 10 of Coins. Yeah. Moving away. Again, this idea that you're moving away. You're moving away from them, and that's what they're talking about. They're talking about how you're leaving them. They're talking about how you're leaving things behind. Like, you're leaving them behind. You're no longer doing the things that you used to do. You're more focused on your money, your abundance. Who cares? Do you, boo? For real. Like, and it's not like you're making a quiet exit either. Like, you're being pretty rambunctious in your exit because you're actually making strides in what it is that you're doing. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords coming out here. You came to your own rescue. Right? The Knight of Swords is being your own hero. Anytime the Knight of Swords comes out in the readings, it's all about you being the hero, you going in to save yourself. It's not someone rushing in for you. It's you realizing that you'd waited too long for someone to be your knight in shining armor, in other words. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It's just waiting for someone to save you from the poverty or from the hardships or whatever it is. And finally one day waking up and being like, why am I waiting on someone else when I can take action right now? And so it's like this mindset. It's a sudden change in your mindset. And look, isn't this interesting? Not all the cards are a girl writing something, but again, this idea of riding away, right? Sometimes the past does pull you back in. Sometimes it's scary to leave that. Sometimes it's like, oh, but my friends, you know, we do that. Look, the Ace of Coins on the bottom. The Ace of Coins here. Three of Wands again. Finding serenity in the journey. Sometimes it is scary. Sometimes it is scary, but the potential of what you see is drawing you in, and the fulfillment that you're receiving from that is drawing you in, and you're also attracting to you what it is that you want to manifest. Right? And with the Ten of Coins coming out over the Devil here, we're talking about letting go of old beliefs that were keeping you in a lack mindset. And so you could have been brought up in a very religious family where, and I had this in another reading too, where we talked about money is the root of all evil. No, people make money the root of all evil in order to not deal with their own internal issues with money, right? Money doesn't change us. Money just enhances the person who is already there. Okay, so like if you get money and you're still a kind, generous, loving person, then money only enhances that. It only enhances that ability for you to be kind to others. But if all of a sudden you get money and you turn into a witch or you turn into a jerk, right? Money is enhancing the person who is already there. But it feels like people are talking about how, and this feels like people who are close, like I keep getting like a friend. Okay, like it feels like they're talking about how, oh, now you have money and now you think you're this and now you think you're that. Not that you're better than them, but that you don't, like they don't deserve to have access to your time. When in truth is that the reason they don't have access to your time is because you're too busy doing other things that need your time and your devotion. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups here. Yeah, it's somebody from your past, or it's somebody that loves you, or somebody that loves you is coming in. This has also been a message in the collective this week, which is strange, is that because you're a success, and if you've been following, this has been over the months, and it's weird because this came up in another pile. You might be here from another pile. It's okay if you don't resonate with another pile. All the messages are actually widely different. Okay, they're very different. But this idea of now that you're successful, now you're calling in a soulmate, a true love, right? That's what it is. But this is something you've fallen in love with. This is something you deeply love. Yeah, look, we have the Page of Cups on the bottom here. And then the fish represent abundance. And they're jumping all around you. Like you've brought the abundance into your life, but it's new, right? And you're learning how to navigate what it means to have this abundance, this type of abundance. Like this is a whole nother ball game for you, whatever this is, this success that you're dealing with right now. It's like a whole different level for you, and you're learning how to navigate it. It feels very fresh, but you're seeing the potential of it, right? You're seeing the potential that comes from that. Look, we have coins cards peeking out here. We have the Queen of Coins and the Ace of Coins making another appearance. You're very grounded. You're capable of bringing in what you want. We have Capricorn energy again. We have Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus energy here. You have Taurus all up in this. Okay. So you're very grounded, you're very stable, you're very giving, you're nurturing. But it's nurturing in a different way, not in an emotional way. This is like a nurturing in your physical needs type of way. So not only are you nurturing your own physical needs, it's like you're able to nurture the needs of others because of your stability. Right? Breaking free. That's what this feels like. Breaking out of the egg. You're breaking free. And birds are like communicating to you, right? You're getting source messages, downloads, and anything like that. Like it's coming to you. But you're realizing that you created your abundance by saving yourself, by letting go of the past, by letting go of even a love. Like this could have been you letting go of a love, right? Or that could be people talking about how maybe you left a marriage or maybe you left a relationship so that you could pursue your dreams. And it's like they're trying to make you feel bad about that. But the truth is that your success is now coming in strides because you left this connection. And now things are working out for you a lot better. Again, feeling more confident, right? The one thing that's coming out for sure here is your confidence is on another level. And that is something that everybody notices, like how confident you are. You may have been very shy before, and now you're very much in this place where you don't mind being the center of attention every once in a while. Or standing out. Right? And you shouldn't. We all deserve our spot in the spotlight. Yeah, fear. Moving from lack to abundance, right? From poverty to prosperity. That's it. This is something you let go of, and you're coming into this place of seeing. That's why I was saying the money is the root of all evil. It's like, no, it's not. People have created this idea around it, which keeps us in a lack mindset. If money is evil, then why should we ever need it? Why should we want it? But see, you're moving away from it. Again, just what I was just saying, like you're moving away from that. So you could have been in a very religious upbringing where that was the case. Letting it go. Here we have autumn equinox with release. Right? You're letting it go. You're releasing it. Oh, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Thank goodness. Right? No. You deserve to have what you ask for. If you want millions, if you want billions, if you want trillions, if you want quadrillions or quintillions or whatever it is, ask for it. Shoot, who cares? I mean, it's not to say that you're going to get that amount in this lifetime, but it is to say that ask for what you truly desire, right? Because the more you ask for, the more you're going to get when you work hard for it. Like we have Wolf Spirit on the bottom with number 67. Turn knowledge into wisdom. We have number 15 coming out here. So 15, you could see 15 a lot, okay? What's peaking? Skunk Spirit, know your worth with number 54 and 9. Yeah, so that's what they're saying. Again, what I was just saying, ask for what you truly want. Who cares if it's a ridiculous number? Who cares if it looks like a ridiculous life that only super millionaires would live or super billionaires or whatever it is, you know, super rich people would live? Who cares? If that's how you want to live, then ask for that, right? And if that's not how you want to live, ask for what you want. If you want 12 kids, ask for 12 kids. It's not to say that you're going to get it, but what it is to say is that, you know what? Reach for the star. What is it? Reach for the moon so you can land amongst the stars, right? That's what's coming through here. We have Aquarius coming out. Originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. You're living in the future right now. You're unique. You're original. Everything that you're doing is very original. It's like people cannot keep up with your drive. Like that's why. It's because you, what is it? You keep switching up your path. Right? You keep switching up. House 2 coming through again. Physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Self-worth, skunk. Know your worth. Know your worth. Come here, homie. Get over here. We're not done with you. Know your worth. Self-worth. Okay, this is what's happening. People are talking about how you're standing out because you now feel like you're worthy. Like you're in, what is it? You're a very valuable individual. And you know that. And you're aware of that. And being aware of that puts you in a position where others cannot knock you off of your journey. They can't knock you off your path. So we do have Maya coming through on the bottom here. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So you could be learning about something new. You could be experiencing something new right now. So your angels are definitely guiding you through here. I do feel like you're on a spiritual journey. If not, you're on a very much, it's like your perspective. This is like a self-improvement, right? And so personal development, that's what I'm going for here. Yeah, you're on the personal development path, and that's you're about to experience why you've chosen this path and what benefits come from that. Maybe it's been a long time. Maybe it's been a really long time. What do we have on the bottom here? This came out in another pile too. If you look at 0, you see nothing. If you look through 0, you see the whole world. Robert Kaplan, number 26. Right? There's that lack energy. You were seeing something with a lack mindset, and now you see something with an abundant mindset. Very powerful. Very powerful. I love all these readings. They've been amazing. Let's put this here. Okay. So we have the 4th house here with cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So there's something about comfort that's coming through that people are noticing. You feel very much comfortable either in your life, in your job, in your family, in your career, in your success. Like, success looks good on you. Okay? They can't deny that. It looks good on you. Number 16 with meerkat and responsibility. Yeah, you have your responsibility. Didn't I say that in the beginning with Saturn here? Like, you've taken your responsibility seriously. And you changed your life here. Like, look at how they're painting everything into existence, right? It's like you chose to manifest this in your life, and now it's manifesting. So you chose this life. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. 64 with 10. This completion of a cycle. That's it. It's like those people who are saying, oh, you know what? Pile 3, they don't want, they don't want to hang out with us anymore. They don't want to be here in our lives anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, that just made me laugh. Anyways, it says sometimes life stings. And that's what they're saying about your success, is that it stings them. Right? Oh, well. Instead of being happy, it's like feeling how it's personal to them. Your success is yours and yours alone. Dove spirit, be at peace. Right? Peace, comfort. Look at this synchronicity here. Cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. We have dove spirit with be peace. Your peace of mind is far more important than anyone else, right? That's what we were saying. Moving away from those that aren't taking you seriously. So we have Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your own heart and mind. Yeah, you're healing. You're healing. And I feel like people are feeling the effects of that healing. Especially the people who benefit from whatever it is that you provide. The people that really enjoy what you have, like they're benefiting from that, right? They're benefiting from your healing. And if it's not that you're offering anything to anybody, it's the position that you hold. You being there is affecting the people around you in a good, positive way, even though those that are closer to you are having a hard time accepting this. Then we have Adriana with, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to, follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Yeah, so you've been intuitively guided to do this in your life, and you're making progress, right? You are making progress. Success is here. But people are seeing you glow up, and they're having a problem with it because you're no longer available to them the way that you were before. That's really what the problem is. It's not even about your success. It's just your availability has changed. Look, we have courage is fear that has said its prayers. I cannot make this up. I am answering your prayers. Number 22 with a master number here. And 2 is all about trusting the process. Yes, your prayers are being answered. People see that too. Like we have 21 and 22. Someone is going the wrong way on the street, homie. It's the other way. People are so silly sometimes. Like, just so silly. So you're making progress, right? That's it. People think you're going the wrong way, but you're not. Like, you're making progress. Isn't that interesting? I was talking about progress, and then that guy comes the wrong way. It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, someone will drive the wrong way here. So it's like people are talking about your success. Oh, that's the wrong way. They don't know how to do it, or they're doing it the wrong way. And Source is saying here, nope, you're doing it the right way. You're making progress. We are slow to believe that which, if we believed, would in turn hurt our feelings. Number 14. And this is exactly what's going on here. It's like you had to believe and know that they weren't good for you. You had to believe and show yourself that they were not there for you and that they were just wasting your time, you know, with that 7 of Cups in the reverse here, that they're just wasting your time. And truthfully, at the end of the day, it's like now they're in a place where they don't want to believe that they were actually wasting your time, or that they were causing some kind of turmoil in your life. And so they're in a place where they're just stuck and they're reeling from it because you're no longer in that energy. It's like a mobile, right? And I think I said this on one of my podcasts. I talked about this, but I learned about this when I was in therapy some years ago. And my therapist told me, your family is like a mobile, okay? Like, you add to the balance in your family. Right? And she asked me, she goes, what happens if you remove yourself from the mobile? And I was like, I don't know, it'll tip over to one side. And she goes, no, that's the interesting thing about mobiles, is that they're designed so that if you remove one part of it, the other two will balance it out, and it will begin to balance it out. And she said, so whatever energy you're bringing in to the situation, when you remove yourself from it, someone else is going to pick up that slack to balance out the situation. And I never realized that, but when I left, when I wasn't in communication with my family quite as much as I had been before, I noticed that they all were trying to make up for the lack of my energy. But they did. They were able to get through it without me there. And I, in turn, was able to find a place of healing for myself, right? And so that's what life is. And that's what you're realizing, that they're going to figure it out because you had to figure it out for yourself, right? So let's go ahead and read this. Your reading is a little bit shorter than everyone else's. I feel like you're very much on the point of things, but we'll read this. I'll show you the insignia from the book, okay? So we have Learn the Truth with Soul. Yeah, very wise individual here. You're someone who's incredibly wise. You're someone who's very intelligent. You're definitely learning how to use that wisdom to your advantage, okay? So learn the truth. Let me get there. Okay, here's the insignia. And you can pause this, take a screenshot, and then copy this insignia, put it on a piece of paper, carry it around in your wallet or in your pocket, your purse, on your person. You know, you could draw it on your skin, whatever you want, you know, but this will help you guys reconnect with the truth of yourself in this reading. Okay, so here we go. It says, we are human and our nature is prone to error. But those errors are opportunities to grow and master new skills. Sometimes we are unable to see the truth because we compete with ourselves. Our ego doesn't let us move forward, right? Movement. I love this already. Because first we have to acknowledge that our own shortcomings. You know what you have to do. And interesting, I'll show you this. And it's time to sit with the uncomfortable feelings. It's okay if it doesn't feel familiar. Right? What was I saying? They're holding that over your head because you're not doing what you used to. It's okay if it doesn't feel familiar because progress happens when we step away from our comfort zone. The truth can be so liberating. See the opportunities that weren't there when you had your eyes closed. The owl will be your guide through the darkness. So use this card when you seek the truth. Meditate on the images when you feel overpowered by a choice you need to make and need clarity. Envision a dark but warm place. See the owl landing right next to you. He is friendly in bringing gifts, the fruit of clarity. He wants your attention. Where will he go next? Follow him and discover what path is best for you. It says, my flaws helped me grow, and now I see the truth. Yeah, so that's a very powerful message. But what I wanted to show you is that this is on page 77. So that's interesting that would come out, and it's on page 77. We had a lot of synchronicities in your reading. And 7 is all about luck, but when you change what it is that you're doing, right? And I feel like you changed what it is that you're doing because you could no longer live in that. With Owl coming through here, we're seeing how you're gaining wisdom and momentum, movement, away from those ways that were errors, right? Like maybe you were in error, like by giving people time when they didn't deserve your time. Whatever it is, you're learning how to balance out your own energy for yourself. And that's such a powerful place to come from, right? I'm just seeing if I had anything else. I have the hiccups. No, I just feel like you guys are very succinct people, and that's why your reading was so much shorter than everyone else's. So I'm not trying to gyp you or anything. It's just that's what came through, and I have to go with how it came through. So if you feel like this is your reading, leave a little owl emoji down below in the comments and say, I am learning my deepest truth and wandering my path. So let Source know that you're calling in this energy, and leave me a thumbs up. But I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel Source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this lovely message. And until next time, Pile 3, stay human. Bye.